My mom is a pianist, which was funny for a while. She taught elementary school music for 34 years. And I grew up going to visit her classroom, even into college. And one time I was visiting her class. She had a second grade group in there. And she was teaching them that song, 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, shut the, classic. She has all the kids in a circle. Circles are huge in the music industry. And she's having them finish, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She gets to 9, 10, and she points to this little second grade boy. She says, 9, 10, and he goes, big fat asshole. I literally had to steady myself on the door frame. I was laughing so hard. My mom was like, Jonathan, you go sit by the door. I was like, not over here, he's killing. 9, 10, big fat asshole. It doesn't even rhyme. This kid's a genius. What was he just saving it up all day for Diane's class? Knowing that the worst that would happen to him was like, Jonathan, you go sit by the door. You're too young to be alone in the hallway, but you're out of the circle. I don't even know how old second grade is. Nobody told me. I'm just like, where did he get that? Was it a dare? I like to think he probably heard it at home or some version of it. But I have a wild imagination, so I like to think it was probably his mom. Saying it to his dad. You've been gone from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., you big fat asshole. I could use a little help. Try to come home again at 3 or 4. I'm gonna shut the door in your big fat asshole face. Oh, Jonathan, I'm sorry you had to see that.
And my parents are not from Kentucky, and so I don't think they understood what it meant to raise kids there as Jews. Because when I was in high school, my parents sat me down and they said, hey, we know you're gonna start dating soon, and we just wanna let you know that whoever you're into, whether you're into boys or girls or anyone in between, it doesn't matter to us. As long as they're Jewish. In Kentucky, they said that to me. As long as they're Jewish in Kentucky. That leaves exactly 2 people. It's my dad or my brother. Those are the choices. Which in Kentucky is fine, but...
There's also people out there that review cat food. Here's the kicker. In character as their cat. Like, if you look it up, you can look it up when you get home, like Fancy Feast website. There's like reviews and they're like, every morning I go over to my bowl and I'm so excited to eat my Fancy Feast. It's And I assume they're writing it in character as their cat. Otherwise, Fluffy is a weird woman.
I was sitting on my couch and a tooth dropped out of my mouth. Just dropped out of my mouth. I wasn't eating or drinking anything, just plop. Yeah, I thought like as you get older, things start to ache, like joints or your back hurts. No, stuff just falls off. Just falls off. And the thing, when you go to the dentist and you're 18, it's much different than when you go on the dark side of your 30s. Because when you go, you're 18 years old, they want to fix you up. They said, let me put a tooth in there. Let's fix this up, get new siding, move that bus, go on and smile, Madison, live your life. When you go in there, like I go in there, it's fucking sad. The dentist is just like, sees that hole and says, do you want to just leave it? Like, just leave the hole? Do you even smile that much at your age? So, I just miss getting paid to lose my teeth. When I was a kid, I was paid to lose my teeth. And I found out that I have a broke tooth fairy because I would lose a tooth and then the tooth fairy would just put a check for $1 under my pillow. And then when I wake up, my mom's like, hey, do you mind not cashing that till Friday? I'm like, yeah, I don't have a bank account, Mom. I'm 6.
No, I need a kind man. I need a kind man. I need a man so kind he makes Mr. Rogers look like the Unabomber. I need a man so kind he makes Winnie the Pooh look like Cocaine Bear. I need a man so kind he makes Cliff Huxtable look like Bill Cosby.
My dad's the guy who, during an action scene, he is counting the amount of bullets coming out of a gun for accuracy. And the second they go over the allotted amount of bullets for that type of gun, he has something to say about it. You think you're just watching a movie. He's silently fact-checking. Ah, come on. 47 bullets and a Glock. This isn't real. Really, Dad? The bullets is what made it not real? Not the zombies they were shooting?
I grew up a little bit sheltered. I think I was one of those kids that played by myself. I had a big imagination. I grew up in Kentucky. I was around horses. I always wanted to be like a cowgirl, right? But my cousins always made fun of me because they were a lot more country than me. They said I was a city kid because I grew up on a cul-de-sac. And I will say, though, we had different childhoods. Okay, the biggest difference between a country kid and a city kid is the country kids, they grow up with farm animals, right? And they're a lot more exposed to the circle of life. Like, city kids were a lot more sheltered. Like, when we have a pet, we put a little, we'll put a little sweater on them. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh. And country kids, they put butter on theirs. And they eat it, okay? Country kids, they see death before breakfast. And then they have that death for breakfast. I remember even recently, I went to my cousin's farm that she's raising her 3 kids on, and I was talking to Knox, that's her oldest kid. He's 6. He's telling me how he's helping his daddy with the baby calves. And I was like, well, that's so cool, Knox. What are you doing? You helping feed bottles? And he goes, no, I gotta throw rocks at the buzzards. Because when the calves are born, the buzzards like to circle around up top, and then they dive down and they peck the calves' eyeballs till they can't see no more, and then they can't nurse, and then after a few days they starve to death. Then the buzzards get to eat them for supper, so I got the rocks to the buzzards because Daddy says the government won't let us shoot the bastards. I was like, yeah, I get it. No, I did the same thing, man. When I was your age, I had to feed my gerbil, so. And one time it disappeared, and my mom was like, don't worry, it just got to shed its winter coat. And sure enough, next day it reappeared, a whole new color. I had this little brown boy gerbil. Next day, white girl rabbit. What's up?
I loved being in the South, though. I'm from the South, like Iliza said. I'm from Nashville. I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. My first working years of my life, from the time I was 15 until I was 47 years old, I worked at a water park in Nashville, Tennessee called Nashville Shores Water Park. It's the home of water, sun, and family fun. If you haven't heard about it. I learned a lot of very important lessons from working at a water park. I do want to share some of them with you now. Okay, number 1, there is no right or wrong response to being called a bitch by a guy who is both soaking wet and eating a corn dog. Okay, that's not even a real person. Gloves are off, okay? You can say whatever you want to that guy. Number 2, if you're ever checking bags at a water park and you find a big old bag of weed, you just get to have that now. That's just yours. There's no step 2. Just get high, Have a great summer. Hags, girl. Hags it up. Number 3, and I think maybe most importantly, if you think that someone might be a little bit too fat to fit into an enclosed water slide, it is cool if you just let them figure that out on their own, okay? Do not call them out. They'll call you a bitch while they eat a corn dog. They do it every time. Literally every time. I will never forget the day at that job that my boss told me to be sure to confiscate any guns that I found. He said, be sure to snatch up any handguns you find. I am still laughing thinking about what teenager making $6.25 an hour is taking a handgun from the kind of guy that brings a gun to a water park, okay? Can you imagine trying to take a gun from a water park guy and it like going well? Just be like, sir, I'm gonna have to confiscate that. He's just like, oh my God. Egg on my face. I didn't read the rules. Of course. No, he's gonna shoot you, okay?
So something I've learned is that a lot of people don't realize that comedians know how to not be comedians off stage. Like some people just think we're always set to clown mode or something. Because a few years ago, my mom got sick and she was in the hospital for part of the time. And 3 weeks in, her doctor turns to me and goes, so I heard you're a comedian. And I was like, yeah, I am. He goes, oh, just surprises me because I don't really get a funny vibe from you. And I was like, well, my mom's still in the hospital after 3 weeks, so I'm not really getting a great doctor vibe. I can be petty off the clock too, bitch. I will do it for free. Also, what does a funny vibe look like to this guy? We're in a hospital. You think I'm gonna walk through the waiting room honking boobs like, hee 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 hee? People are bleeding out. You gotta clock out sometimes. But here's the thing. When my mom was in the hospital, she ended up getting diagnosed with dementia, which has, of course, been the most heartbreaking thing to go through. But she is so smart and so funny that even with dementia, she's still pretty crafty, like still tries to prank people. So she and my brother were talking. He thought it was going well. And then all of a sudden, she just starts shouting, nurse, nurse. And my brother's like, oh my God, Mom, I'm right here. What do you need? The nurses come running in. They're like, Kathy, oh my God, what's going on? And my mom just goes, look how handsome my son is. I'm like, are you out of your f***ing mind? You cannot be the mom who cried hot son. You're gonna get kicked out of the home. Because now I feel like next time she actually needs help, the nurse is just gonna pop her head around from 50 feet away and be like, oh, let me guess, Kathy, is your daughter funny? Is that what you're screaming at us for? It'd be so great if she was like, she's okay. Not really get a funny vibe from her. Just want some apple juice.
I am a young black woman trapped in an auntie's body. That is what's happening. I can't change it, can't fix it. I'm in my 20s, I look like I raised all of you. You get what I'm saying? From these hips, baby, all of you. I have no regrets. Y'all were great kids. I have no regrets. Okay. We're a family. Okay. So I'm just letting y'all know that's what's happening. It's getting kind of scary. I don't know if y'all know this. A lot of new woke white people. Oh God, they're new, they're woke, they're white, and they want to talk to you. Okay. Pretty intense. I don't know. I can't really handle it. It's getting too much. Like it's not really making sense. It's getting a little aggressive. Like me and my friend, we were walking down the street, and I guess we both have afros. So I guess we were asking for it. It's our fault. We were asking for it. We were walking around with our afros, and these white girls saw us, and they were like, "Queens!" And I was like, "What?" And they were like, "Queens, yes, slay, serve them, drag them, queens." And it's like, okay, queen slay. Can a bitch just be like an office manager? You know what I mean? Support my clerical work. I don't know how to slay. I don't have the weaponry, okay? Chill out. Chill out. I got an AA degree. Support that, you know what I mean? They don't want to support me when I do like that. That's what makes me mad. They don't support me like in the McDonald's line, you know what I mean? No one's behind me like, yes, queen, demand fresh fries. Know your worth! Yes, we'll wait. 15 minutes, we'll wait.
I'm very close with my family, which I think is nice. I have friends not close to their family at all. And to be honest, I feel kind of bad for them, you know? Because like if I wasn't tight with my mom, genuinely, I don't know what I would do, okay? Like who's gonna be there to tell me when I put on weight? That's her job, and she's very good at it, by the way. She doesn't miss a day, works very hard. And some people think that's mean, you know? But my mom always said this to me growing up. She was always like, Erica, don't listen to your friends, okay? Your friends don't want what's best for you. I want what's best for you, all right? I'm gonna be honest with you, and I would never steer you wrong. And I didn't believe her, but I believe her now, because I have some friends that have put on a lot of weight, and I haven't said anything. No, you just don't shop with them anymore, you know? Because you can't dodge dressing room questions. Those are really direct. They'll be like, Erica, this dress, I don't know, it's a little tight. Do you think I need a bigger size? And I'm just like, you should call your mom more, because I think she could help us here. I think she would know what to do. I feel like everyone got a little sensitive, by the way. There might be a lot of Gen Z here. I know Gen Z, body positivity, okay? And I'm with it. I'm impressed with Gen Z, all right? You guys are just getting rid of words left and right. It's impressive, you know? I was a millennials who were like, you can't say that. And they'd just be like, well, what can we say? And then we panicked. You guys are just like, nope, we erased it. It's gone. I got in trouble, you know? Like the new year, I was trying to lose weight, you know? I said I was on a diet. I got corrected. They're like, you can't say diet, okay? Dieting is toxic, all right? It's a lifestyle change. I was like, okay, well, I'm on a lifestyle change until my brother's wedding. So, figure it out. It's a nice little riddle, you know? It's just weird because it's like now you got to just make up words and replace that, you know? Like people used to respect diets. Someone offered you a piece of cake and you're like, no thanks, I'm on a diet. Everyone was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Now they're like, you want this piece of cake? And you got to be like, no thanks, I'm superstitious. You can't eat cake on a Thursday. Everybody knows that, okay? That's bad luck for 7 years. I'm a Libra. That's how it works. Or whatever. Just making up stuff. Which I am for body positivity, by the way. I am. I think that's great. I think everyone should love their body just the way it is, you know? But at the same time, I also believe if you want to change your body, that's great too, you know? And we should support that. But it's hard. Now I feel like you don't get support from anybody if you admit that you're trying to change yourself, right? Or God forbid, you say, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds. I said that to my friend. She was like, what? You're trying to lose 10 pounds? What are you, crazy? You don't need to lose 10 pounds. Also, you look like me. Are you saying I need to lose 10 pounds? And it's like, yeah. And if we did it together, that would really help me out. So, would appreciate a friend.
I hate going through airport security because every time I go, I have to go through that big full body machine. You know, the one where you pose for 3 seconds and then it tells you if you're a terrorist or not. But I don't know if you know this, when you go through that machine, the agent actually has to pick your gender. That's how the machine works. So since I look like me, he picks male. Then I go through the machine, and then he's like, we got to do it again. I'm like, what do you mean we have to do it again? Okay, you messed up. I feel like you just have to do it again. Yeah, even if I was carrying a bomb, just let me keep it, okay? That's good customer service. So they make me go through the machine twice, so I'm getting cancer twice as fast. Very fun. But usually when I go through the first time, the machine will go off, so the guy comes over, he starts patting me down. I don't say anything because it's 9 a.m, I'm tired, also it does nothing for me. So he starts patting me down, and at right about here, he realizes that he's wrong. Then you can just see the color drain from his face. He's like, oh my God, this might be sexual harassment. And that just makes my day, okay? Because he thinks I'm gonna sue him. I'm not. But you don't know that. I just walk away and I wave and I wink, you know? It's like a fun little game I like to play.
It's also nice to be traveling more, but I realize I do not know how to travel like a normal person. I was going through TSA, and the TSA lady was checking the waistband of my jeans, and she had her hands in the waistband of my jeans, and I thought that that was a good time to tell her that I liked the way her perfume smelled. Not a good time. One thing that happened, there was a teenage girl in line ahead of me at security, and they stopped her to search her backpack because something went off in the machine. And so the TSA guy, he searched around it, and he pulled out the thing that went off, and it was a magic 8-ball. This is totally true. And he told her, he was like, well, technically this is a blunt object, and it could be used as a weapon, so I'm not sure if you can bring it in your carry-on, and I need to go get my supervisor. So they brought over like 2 or 3 more TSA agents. They were all looking at this magic 8-ball, trying to decide what to do. And I was in line behind her, losing my mind, because I was like, just ask the magic 8-ball. You guys are fun. I've been around a lot of comedy audiences, not just for stand-up. I was a waitress in a comedy club for a really long time. And you guys might think, just based on the media and what you've seen about the world we live in, you might think that the worst hecklers are middle-aged straight men. But I can tell you for a fact that is not true. The worst hecklers by far are female teachers on a night out. They all order Chardonnay and they get mouthy. That's what they do. And every now and again, I'll be saying this, and there'll be a woman in the back, and she'll yell out, she'll be like, I'm a teacher, and I'm drinking whiskey. I'm like, well, then you are a middle school teacher. That's how we know what you're drinking. Are you guys drinking? Are people drinking? Yeah? Do you guys know that drink White Claw? You familiar? White Claw? Yeah, it's named after the kinds of hands that hold it. Do you guys... What pisses me off about White Claw is it's trendy now for alcohol to be healthy. Like it's not bad for you, it's a seltzer. There are all these hard seltzers, and they've got vodka with electrolytes in it now. And everyone's on board, and no one was on board when I was in college and I offered them my homemade sangria, which was just red wine mixed with Emergency. And I could get on Shark Tank with that now. I would like to be on Shark Tank. It'd be nice to make a little extra money. I'm a very broke person. Very broke. I go to Coinstar a lot. Are you guys familiar? Yeah. Do you guys think that this would be a good slogan for Coinstar? Coinstar, be poor loudly. Thank you for applauding Coinstar. It's the only applause Coinstar's ever received.
So we had guinea pigs growing up, and we kept them in our garage, and in the hot Ohio summers, they absolutely died in there. And my sister reminded me, we named one of the pigs Brownie, which in retrospect is extra sad. She was out there straight bacon at 375. And my mom felt awful, okay? So she let us give him a proper burial in the backyard. And me and my sisters took those hard-bodied pigs, not like ripped, but like rigor mortis hard. And we buried him in the easiest place to dig. We put him right in the sandbox. And then a couple of neighborhood dogs came along, snarfed him right up. It was a tragedy all around. And I really feel like it could have been avoided if we just had a dad. I don't know what dads do, but I assume it's regulate the garage temp. They're always in there, tinkering around, planning their escape. No, So my dad didn't escape as much as he was asked to leave. Escorted off the premises. Some of you know this about my dad. When I was little, he moved down to Orlando, Florida to become an actor, which is not where you go. He did land a few gigs. He was an extra in the television series of Swamp Thing. He was a truck driver in that, and that's it. And they took things into his own hands, started his own business, and now he's in the sign spinning biz. He calls it live roadside commercials or character directionals. He likes to devise a character and then present it to the cars. He's a leprechaun in front of this Irish pub called the Kerryman, for example, and the rest of his characters are available on his website. So we grew up, around a lot of costumes, like thrifting and going to Ray's Circus of Value and stuff. For example, like he loves a morph suit. You know what those are? It's like what Olympic speed skaters wear, but there's like no hole cut for your face. So you're just like in a single lycra suit, just one color, head to toe, no skin showing. He wears an orange one in front of the Orange Julius. It doesn't rain that often in Orlando, and he called me one time after a shift. He said there was a sudden downpour and I almost waterboarded myself. I was like, I couldn't breathe, it was stuck to my face, my fingers are covered, the zipper's on the back of my head, I nearly died. I was like, I had to get into the car, I was so embarrassed. I was like, it's only embarrassing when it's wet? Or
As a New Yorker, I travel a lot more now, and like the more I travel, the more I'm starting to see New York a little differently, and I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, you travel outside of New York, you start to pick up on things. Like, that first day back is rough. I get back, I get off my flight, I look around, I'm like, it is kind of nasty. I don't want to feel that way about my city, man. But I go to other places and I'm like, there's no trash around your trees. Where do you guys keep your trash? In bins? That's disgusting. I don't touch my trash. And it's happening more often now because I'm traveling more, and which is so expensive, by the way. Like, if you're buying flights, it's ridiculous. I'm going to Wisconsin, $700. That's what I said, $50 at the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should pay me to get on that flight. Like, why? What cheese enthusiast is ruining this for the rest of us? I thought it was ridiculous. I checked every airline, because that's what you do, right? I was like, I must be hallucinating. This can't, even Spirit, I ain't got no shame. Like, all of them. If you look at Spirit Airlines, you are in a financial situation, right? That I feel like anybody can relate to, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just an airline, it defines an economic era of our lives and should be respected as such. And it's always a bad choice. Look, Spirit is always a bad, I hit you with the double negative. It's never not a bad choice. You know it is. You know it's a bad choice, because you see the price right there, and you still gotta talk yourself into that flight. Because I saw the price, I was like, woo! $27, that's less than I thought. I started giving myself reasons. I was like, come on now, nobody's hijacking a Spirit plane. Like, you're safe. Even if someone did, every passenger on that flight would be like, you thought you was the only one that bought a gun? Like, you really thought? It's a Spirit Airlines, sir. Nuck if you buck, Hans Gruber. It doesn't matter where I go. As soon as people find out that I'm a New Yorker, they feel compelled to tell me how they feel about New York. Right? Like, I don't ask. But they always tell me, and it's usually some cliche thing, you know, they'll be like, New Yorkers are mean. And here's the thing, we're not mean, we're aggressively kind. Right? We're very misunderstood. I always tell people, get lost in New York City, the first person that will help you is a New Yorker. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, because we can't stand lost-looking people. Like, we hate your lost-looking faces. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We see them at the, like, right at the subway map, just like, Is it uptown? Is it downtown? What's midtown? Literally the middle. I just picture them like panicked at the map, and then like out of the darkness, they hear a voice. Where you trying to go? That is one word in New York City. Where you trying to go? No breaks. You've been looking at the map for 5 minutes. Where you trying to go? I'm trying to help you get out of my way. You've been in my way 5 minutes. Look at this map.
I feel very lucky nowadays. I've got really lovely friends. And I feel very, very lucky for that. Because I grew up without many friends at all, really. I found making friends at school very, very difficult. And I think it's because I was hiding who I was. I couldn't really be myself. I was always on edge. I was worried that people were going to find out something about me. So I never really had any mates. But don't worry, there's not been any sort of lasting damage. It's not like I've got to go on stage 5 times a week to make strangers laugh, to make me feel full. It's not like that. Once a week, it's not like that. You don't need to worry. There was one girl at school that picked on me every single day. She picked on me every day. Now, I mentioned before, I know I'm not a super famous person, I've got a low level of fame, but occasionally I pop up on the telly. And every single time I pop up on the telly, this girl that picked on me the whole way through school slides into my DMs. Like, oh, hi, Suze, how are you doing? Great to see how well you're doing. I saw you on Mastermind last night. Well done. Oh, my God, next time you're in Portsmouth, me and you, we should go for a drink. Like, yeah, we should. It'll be arsenic. She was horrible to me. But now, because she's started following me, I've started following her. And apparently when you follow someone you don't like, it's called hate following. Yeah. Everyone that's just laughed are the bitches in the room. They've just really outed themselves. Hey, that one that clapped is the Queen. No, don't worry, I'm not knocking you, I'm doing it too, okay? It's not big, it's not clever, okay? But it means when you just go on their page occasionally just to go, can I hate you? Done up your lounge, have you? Grey? Is it? Living, laughing, loving? Are ya? Sailing Dunelm? Was there? You know. But I've now become slightly obsessed by her life. It's not growing up. This isn't a suggestion. Don't do this. I'm just telling you what I've done. A lot of her posts are about her husband, about how wonderful he is. She's got this wonderful husband. And it's not because they're straight. Like, I love straight people. You heard that before. Mum and Dad are straight. I love straight people. And honestly, some of my best friends are bisexual, so I do love straight people. But she'll put up these pictures of her husband, all in black and white, being like, he's the salt to my pepper. He's the bread to my butter. He's my light in the darkness. He's my husband. But she constantly tries to virtue signal. Now, I'm not talking about people sharing important information that we all need to learn about. She is constantly wanting to tell people that she is a good person, because she is the devil. She's constantly trying to tell people that she's a great person. What are the ways that she does this? And I've got to be very careful with this material because my audience are always lovely people, so I mean it with love. But she needs to let everyone know that her pet's from a rescue centre. I'm just going to say one thing. Once you've rescued your dog, it's just your dog. You don't need to refer to it as a rescue dog. It's just a dog. It's your dog now. You've rescued it. Well done. We're all very proud. She does the same about her cats. Look at my cats. Look at my adopted cats. Look at my little adopted cats. I adopted all of them. If I hadn't adopted these cats, they'll be out on the Edgware Road turning tricks. Look, I adopted these cats. All cats are adopted. Even if you paid for your cat, you adopted your cat. No one is birthing cats. No one's having a litter of cats. If you are, leave this show, go to the Natural History Museum, it's just down the road.
I'm from Virginia. I know, you guys are like, what? We thought you were from Paris. Yeah, don't let this chic outfit fool you. I'm from Virginia. And my dad's job in Virginia, my dad paints the lines on the road. Yeah, paints the line. Yeah, I don't want to say street artist, but, you know. My dad's Banksy, so, yeah. He loves it. He loves his job. He's very proud of his work. If you've been in Virginia, you've seen it, you know. And this is my favorite story ever. He calls me back when the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial was happening. Okay, he calls me. He's so excited. He's like, Courtney, you seen this Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial? And I was like, yeah, but why are you calling me about this? I swear to God, he goes, well, guess who painted the parking lot of the courthouse? You ain't the only one who's famous now, girl. He kept sending me pictures. Ignore Johnny Depp. Look how straight those lines are. He's the best. He's the best. He's a very manly man, very macho guy, very, you know, Irish Catholic and Southern. You know, we don't talk about anything, okay? Nothing. And so when I started going to therapy, I told my dad I was going to therapy, and my dad was like, okay, all right. Is it helping you? And I go, yeah, therapy's helping me, all right. He goes, okay, you tell your therapist I owe him a beer when I get up there. Okay, that's very nice, okay. And then I swear to God, he goes, or in apple martini. Yeah, that's a gay joke. Yeah. That's how masculine my dad is. He's like, any man thinking about his feelings must have a sweet tooth. You know what I mean? Me and my husband, we got him a bidet for Christmas. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We got him a bidet last Christmas, okay? And when he opened this thing, he looked at us like we were trying to turn him gay. He was like, what the? He opens it. Okay, this Christmas, guess who has a bidet in every bathroom of the house? Yeah, and guess who's gay? Oh! Love wins! Thank you.
Such a wild thing, man. And people in New York, like, here's the thing about New York City. Like, if you have a bad time in New York City, I feel like that's because you didn't know the rules before you got here. You gotta know the rules before you get here, man. Every city has rules, right? And one of the cardinal rules of New York City, mind your business. It should say that when you land in New York. Welcome to New York, mind your business. Right? That's what forget about it means. It means forget what you just saw. Because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but what happens in New York never happened. Why you snitching? Like, why would you say anything? I had to teach my husband this lesson. My husband is a white boy from the Midwest. Thank you so much. I'm a Puerto Rican girl from the South Bronx, man. Like, I know we got Puerto Ricans here. Hey. Yeah. What up, probably my cousins? I'm just saying, let's do a 23andMe later and get weird. That's the thing, I'm not gonna lie to you. As a Puerto Rican girl from the South Bronx, I didn't think I could bag a white boy from the Midwest. I thought I was too aggressive. Because I don't know how to soft flirt. You know what I mean? Like, you know how some girls can, like, really cute flirt? Not me. I'm New York aggressive with it. I'd be like, yo, I like you, son. You trying to do this? Hey, yo, you trying to smash? Turns out he liked it. He was like, I'm scared, I'm gonna follow her. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man, moving from the Midwest to New York, what a culture shock. I couldn't start him in the South Bronx, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't. That's not a starter borough, you know what I'm saying? Like, Right? We don't start people in the Bronx. We end them. Don't shoot the messenger. Although we do, we shoot the messenger. Nobody getting messages. But we found a nice starter borough, Astoria, Queens, great starter borough, right? We moved there, man. I showed them all the artisan coffee shops. I was like, look, your people did that. We moved to this nice, quiet neighborhood, or so we thought. Till one day we were driving around and a fight broke out in the middle of the street. 2 grown men started beating the crap out of each other. And my sweet Midwestern husband was like, oh no. I should do something. I was like, if you don't roll up your window right now, I'll fist fight you myself. I was like, what you gonna do, Captain America? You gonna fight 2 grown men? You have psoriatic arthritis, take a seat. I'll tell you what's about to happen. I'm about to watch you get jumped. That's what's about to happen. And I'm gonna watch, because I know how to mind my business. I already learned. This is your lesson, baby, not mine. It wasn't like that when we first got to the neighborhood. When we first got to the neighborhood, the hottest beef on the block were 2 businesses that were at war with each other. It was a health food store and a bagel shop. And the health food store started selling bagels. That's what I said. Here's the thing, they could have sold their bagels in secret. That would have been the respectable thing to do. But they put out a sign. Right, and the sign said, we sell organic bagels. So the bagel shop put out a sign. And their sign said, there's no such thing as organic bagels. I saw that, I was like, the block is hot! It's hot in these streets. My favorite thing is like, people still, no matter how crazy it is in New York, people still want to come to New York. They still want to come. People dream of coming to New York. They always tell me it's my dream of going to New York City. And we know why. New Yorkers, we know why. You want something crazy to happen. You want to see something wild. You want your weird New York story. I always tell them, come. It'll happen. We aim to please. The homeless will always provide. I'm sorry, the unhoused. Cupcake? Cupcake? I don't know. I realized that that's our PC term now, is unhoused. And look, I was an English major in college. I'm down to play with language. Let's do this. But we can talk about unhoused, can't we? It's goofy. I'll tell you why. Number one, that's the same word. You can't convince me otherwise. I have a thesaurus. You ain't gonna lie to me. And 2, it sounds worse. Right? Homelessness sounds like a situation that could not have been prevented. Unhoused sounds like somebody just rolled up on them and was like, I'll be taking this. And no more house for you. The second I heard it, I was like, what an elitist, privileged way of describing a situation, right? Right, you can hear it right away. Did you hear about Janice? She was recently unhoused. That's the kind of word that is only used to make the speaker of said word feel better about acknowledging a situation they know nothing about. It just makes them uncomfortable to acknowledge it, so they created a word as a buffer, but there's no progress in that word. There is no help in that word. And if you've ever lived in that situation, then there are a bunch of words you would have used instead of that word. Like, I was shocked. I was like, nobody thought of nomad? That's my first choice. Can you imagine you roll up on a homeless person? What up, my nomadic brother? Way to stay off the grid, man. I, too, am anti-establishment. Some of the words, honestly, some of the changes I'm okay with. You know what I mean? Some of the changes I think are pretty brilliant. I know a lot of people are upset with all the PC language, but I find it kind of entertaining. Like, did you know on social media now, they're calling smoking weed gardening? I love it. Oh, it makes me sound so much more productive. I've been gardening all day. Gardening helps me deal with people. You know, it doesn't matter how crazy New York gets, it's still a vibe. It's still a city that has its energy. Man, when you think about it, even when COVID hit, we were the epicenter. Even COVID came through like, New York is lit. COVID was like, if I can make it here, I can make it anywhere. Lived its best life. I remember when they released us, from COVID captivity. We got rid of that 6 feet of personal space day one. Day one, it was gone, man. We couldn't wait. I know, because I got on the subway, and within 2 seconds, I had a guy this close. Right in my face like that. I was like, sir, we're the only 2 people on this train. I feel like there's a lot of options you're not taking. But where you trying to go? I thought he was lost for like a second. Maybe he thought I was the map. COVID was like a universal trauma that we all shared. What a crazy time. Everybody's life changed. Things changed for people. I became a mom during the pandemic. I had a baby, which is wild. Thank you, most of you. You know what? I realize I get a different response depending on like lifestyle-wise and generationally, like who's in the crowd. Like if it's older people or people with kids, they'll be like, woohoo, you made a person. But like young single people, y'all be like, I see all your trauma come up to the surface. I'm like, I said I'm a mom, not your mom. I didn't do it.
I might be a lady, but I am a very tall lady. Sometimes I feel a little out of place, but I like it now as an adult. It's great. When I was little, though, I hated it, you know? Does any tall women in here know when you're a tall girl, people only give you 2 options in life, right? It's either playing sports or modeling. So when everyone's like, you should play basketball. You're like, yeah, or... And then they're like, or volleyball? Yeah. You got big hands, kid, you'd be great. Yeah, they weren't wrong. I was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I was this size in middle school. That is terrifying. I will say this, though. It is nice to be able to share clothes with your mom, right? Double your wardrobe, but a little awkward when you're in 5th grade, you know? Yeah, you get a lot of compliments from your teachers on that. They'd be like, Erica, love that pencil skirt. I'd be like, yeah, thanks. It's from Ann Taylor Loft. It's my mom's favorite. Yeah. She loves it. My mom is actually not tall. She's 5'4". I get my height from my dad. He's a tall dude, 6'5". Yeah. Yeah, but here's the problem. My dad wants me to be with a tall guy like him, but he's also Italian, so... He wants me to date a tall Italian man. And I'm 32, so you gotta pick one, you know? We're not gonna get both at this age. And every tall Italian I've ever met was related to us, so I was like, call cousin Sergio. Let him know I'm available, you know? I do like being single, by the way. I do like it, but I finally feel ready for a real relationship. But it's just because I'm tired of getting dating advice from people. Yeah. You ever get that advice you never asked for? Anybody get that? Just thrown in your face every day? My favorite is someone said this to me. They were like, hey, listen, all right? It's gonna happen for you when you stop looking for it. It's like, okay, I don't think you know my version of not looking, all right? I won't leave my apartment. So, by your method, I'm like, is he gonna break in? Just, like, girl, if he wants you, he'll rob you, okay? Men like the chase, all right? You should lock the door, make it hard for them. They love a challenge, you know? The only good news is now when I hear a noise in the middle of the night, I do get excited, you know? Yeah. I used to be terrified. Now I'm like, maybe I should check it out. Maybe he's cute. I should go see what's going on, you know? I should just say hey, introduce myself, you know. You never know.
I've been trying to get hot again lately. You don't relate to that. Back in the world trying to get hot. Just chasing that dragon, you know what I mean? It never happens. I've been talking to my girlfriends about it. All my girlfriends talk to me about getting like hit on at the gym. They all get like leered at and hit on at the gym. Never happened to me once in my entire life, all right? Don't laugh that hard, okay. I don't think I'm what gym guys have in mind, you know? I think they see a girl with like a high ponytail and a good butt doing squats and they're just like, oh yeah. That's the stuff daddy likes or whatever. I don't know what the vernacular is in 2021. Is it still daddy-likey? That feels outdated. And then they see me sweating on a treadmill and they're just like, well, you know, good for her. Good for her. She's making some changes. Can all agree it was time. I love talking to my fit friends when I start exercising because they give the dumbest advice I've ever heard in my entire life. I was talking to like a buff guy friend of mine recently and he goes, Laura, you know, a lot of women, when they start working out, they're afraid that they're gonna get too muscular. He goes, I wouldn't worry about that if I was you. I was like, yeah, no, okay, I wasn't going to. I've got a lot of weird fears. Accidentally getting ripped, never been at the top of my list. Just wake up one day like, what am I gonna do with these washboard abs? I look like an idiot. Everybody's gonna make fun of my perfect little ass. I started taking an antidepressant during the pandemic. Yeah, thank you. Two people who quietly care about my mental health. Started taking an antidepressant. It's worked so well for me. If you feel like you need to do it, okay, please do. It's working very well. It is, however, messing with my stomach in a way that I cannot even describe to you. I went to my doctor to tell her about it, and she said to me, and I quote, diarrhea is a small price to pay for happiness. I was like, is that from something? Is that a poem? That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. You're an artist.
It's upsetting. I do have 3 white friends. Yes, I count them. They count me. I think fair is fair. I think fair is fair. I'm their 1 black friend. They're my 3 white friends. Let's relax. They're pretty aggressive, too. I don't really. I don't know. They want to be on the right side of history, but it's like they're overcorrecting. It's not making any sense. Like, we were walking around Vegas at nighttime taking pictures, you know, knees out, ankles out, you know, ladies' night. And we ran into this problem where, like, we started taking pictures, and these girls would take pictures of me at night, okay, no flash. Now, I don't know if y'all know how like night works and melanin works, okay, but night's dark and I'm dark. That's science, okay? These are I ran the numbers. 2 + 2 = black, and that you turn the flash on, okay? So these girls are taking pictures. I was like, hey, are you gonna turn the flash on these pictures? And they're like, oh my God, Felicia, we can't just flash you like that in the middle of the night. That's really rude. And just to like turn the flash on, like pretend we can't see you. And it's like, okay, well, you actually can't see me. And it's also way more racist and hurtful just to like post these pictures on Instagram the next day. Like I didn't go to Vegas with you bitches. You know what I mean? Turn the flash on. I love you. Turn the flash on. And also, don't tag me in the night sky, bitch. You know I'm not up there. You know, tag me appropriately. Tag appropriately. Let's make that clear. No. I'm a third wheel a lot. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. You want anyway? You got a girlfriend? Let's go all out. I am a third wheel a lot. I don't know. I like it. People don't want to be a third wheel. What's the problem? You know what I mean? They will pay for your food. It's a great time. They're in love. You know. My favorite thing about like being a third wheel is that couple could be having sex at any point, and they're hanging out with me. What an honor. You know what I mean? What an honor. I wouldn't do it, you know what I mean? If I could, I'm not hanging out with anybody. I don't feel secure in my friendships, okay, until my friends are making love and they stop. They just stop midway and they look at each other and they're like, I wish Felicia was here. It's like, yes! I am there watching with this guy. We're okay, my one friend, she's a model. I got my dating advice from her. She was like, hey, if you want guys to ask you on a date, just do what I do. Just stare at them. That's what she told me to do. So I was like, let's go, you know? So we went out to the club. Good times, you know? She was looking at one guy. It was lit. It was so nice. He came over. He bought her a drink. They started dancing, kissing. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm looking at his friend. I'm smiling at him. He's coming over. I'm like, oh, you know? I'm like, hey, what's up? He was like, hey, do we have a problem? I was flirting, sir. I was flirting. But I did fight him. You know what I mean? I did fight him because he ran up on me. I did fight him. Okay. I'm gonna end on this. I'm gonna end on something that I think the people need to know. Men are bad people, and bad people. Just because they're so confident, I'm not even coming after you. You guys are just really way too confident. It's getting too much. It's overbearing. I can't handle it. And I know this. I know for a fact that men are the most confident human beings alive because I used to be a bank teller. I was a bank teller for years, okay? And every day, I'm not over-exaggerating this number, every single day, a man would hit on me through the bank teller window, okay? Negative money in his account. That's below zero. You understand what I'm saying? Every day, a man would just do that. And he'd ask me out, he'd be like, hey, I want to take you somewhere. I'm like, sir, I can see you can't take me. You can't take me. You know? But I'd go because he's so confident. He's so confident. It's so overwhelming. Okay, bye. I love you guys. Bye.
So I am gay, and I don't know if anyone else in here is gay or... Yeah, or knows a gay person. That should cover it. Like at this point, if you don't know anyone who's gay, you're gay. I actually knew I was gay my whole life because growing up, my favorite color was blue. Very suspect move for a girl. Wore a lot of overalls. And the only Barbie I ever owned was always naked. Yeah, you know you buy little girls Barbies so they buy more clothes, they dress her up. I was like, nah, she's fine the way she is. Barbie wants to go skinny dipping every night. Very creepy. But I didn't come out to my mom for a really long time because I thought she wasn't going to be cool with it. And finally, when I was 19, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to tell her. I go, Mom, I'm gay. And she goes, I know. Look at your hair. And that was it. That was the entire conversation. Very easy. So I would highly recommend coming out to my mom. She already knows you're gay, you know? You guys probably can't tell this about me just looking at me, but I do eat meat. Yes, thank you. I have to say that because everyone assumes I'm vegan for some reason. I don't know what it is about me. Like if it's because I look gay or frail. People are like, yeah, that girl has dietary restrictions. For sure. It's like, I'm also Asian, okay? We eat all of the meats. When my mom and I make chicken soup, we drive to Chinatown. We pick a chicken that's still alive. We're like, that one's the fattest. They kill it before our eyes. We don't even pray. Then we bring it home, cook it for 4 hours, and I eat the entire chicken, including the eyes, the beak, and the brain, okay? Like, I know how to eat meat. So I'm really sick of when people are like, oh, I like chicken nuggets. What you do is gross. Like, okay, fine, you like chicken nuggets? You know what those are? Those are just shredded up chicken butts, okay? What's really grosser? I ate 2 eyeballs. You ate 500 apples. Pretty sure it's the chicken butts, okay? You don't know where that chicken's been. I miss talking to audiences because I would ask them what celebrity they think I looked like, you know, my doppelganger. And then I had to stop because people were mean. Yeah. Someone in the audience would always shout out, "You look like the guy from The Hangover." Yeah. First of all, that's not a name, okay? Second of all, we all know who you're talking about. Bradley Cooper. But one time, someone in the audience said, "No, you kind of look like Jeremy Lin, the basketball player." I was like, I'm pretty sure that's racist again. Okay. Like, we're nothing alike. He went to Harvard to play basketball, and I actually got into college. And he's Taiwanese, and I'm from a real UN-recognized country. America, okay? Just kidding, I know Taiwan is real, okay? I was forced to say otherwise by the Chinese government. Please don't get offended by that joke. My ex-girlfriend is actually Taiwanese, and I hate her.
I was raised Jewish in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, or so I thought. Then I moved to New York. Maybe I was raised Protestant because... Yeah, everyone here is more Jewish than I am. Everybody. My Puerto Rican neighbor knows more about Judaism than I do. Yeah, he'll come up to me and be like, "Shabbat Shalom, Ophira," and I'm like, "Okay, thank you." Because I have nothing more to say on this one. And I'm not from a stereotypical Jewish family in the sense that we were not rich Jews. I didn't even get the good end of the stereotype. Not rich Jews. We were very working class Jews. You know, we mowed our own lawns. We painted our own houses. We fixed our own cars. There's Sephardic Jews. There's Ashkenazi Jews. I'm from a very small sect called the DIY Jews. We are the DIY Jews. We are the Jews behind the Jews, really. Yeah. We're the heaps for hire. That's who we are, the heaps for hire. I will say this last year too, I have looked at my phone way too much. I mean, your phone now tells you that. But I've looked at my phone way too much, and I get sucked into social media like nobody's business. I mean, Instagram, everyone's having more fun than I am. Twitter, everyone's saying funnier things than I am. But I've reached a new low because now I am scrolling through Venmo. Feeling bad about myself based on other people's banking transactions. That's Venmo FOMO. That is the lowest form of FOMO. But let me tell you something, the vaguer the description of what it is for, the more you feel left out. Because I'm just scrolling, and then it's like Sarah paid Michelle and just wrote, "Shenanigans." I'm like, I know Sarah and Michelle. Where was I? You know? What are shenanigans? I don't even know. They sound amazing. Like, I've been part of a shebang and I like cardigans, but I don't know what's a shenanigan. Sounds expensive. Sounds like dangerous mischief. I don't understand why that page is there. It serves no purpose. It's just for bragging. I have never looked at an ATM machine and thought, this needs a social aspect. You know, it really does. I need to know if anyone recently has given Michaela $40 for 2 tacos and a rainbow. You know, I need to know. So now I live in Brooklyn, and yeah, I like it. I know, lots of Brooklyn people. So, neighborhood's great. However, 3 months ago, there was a shooting on our street. Nobody got hurt, but here's what happened. Someone came by in the middle of the night and shot 3 shots in 3 consecutive doorways. Boom, boom, boom. And just to give you an idea of the street, if they would have kept going, the next doorway would be a yoga studio. All right? So the yoga ladies went insane. They were like, this place has bad vibes! They were mad. And then the real estate agents were like, how are we gonna sell these apartments for millions of dollars now? And then the families were like, is this a safe place for our children? And everyone wanted to know what the shooter looked like. That's all they cared about. They were like, what does the shooter look like? What do we know about this guy? Was he black? Was he white? Hispanic? What do we know about this guy? What does he look like? And then news came back that the shooter was a woman. Yeah. And the conversation totally changed. Oh yeah. Everyone was like, oh, did she get him? I mean, clearly he had it coming, but did she get him? The yoga ladies were on board. They were like, we will finish the job, just whipping around their mats. The real estate agents were using it as marketing. They're like, the kind of street where a woman's in charge. Even the families were like, you can stand up for yourself like that woman did. She was a hero. And the only thing they cared about how the woman shooter looked was if she looked satisfied. And then gossip in the neighborhood circulated again, and news came back that the woman shooter was a hired gun. She was hired to do the job. I know! That has got to be something that you get paid for over Venmo. Right? That would be a shenanigan. I'm just saying.
I'm happy to be here with you guys. I love it. I love doing comedy. Comedy is my favorite thing in the world. I especially love comedy because I feel like when I'm up here, it's the literal only time my entire day that I'm not staring at my phone. You guys got phones? Or no? Some Mormons here? Good to see you. That's it. Every time I touch my phone, I feel worse. Have we noticed this? Right? Every time I open Instagram, I'm like, oh, great, I'm not hot. And then I'll open Twitter and be like, oh, great, I'm not smart. But then you open Facebook, you're like, no, I'm doing okay. Ooh. Every time I open Facebook, it's someone from my high school, like, pray for my foot surgery. You're like, oh. Why would you put a picture? Pretty disgusting stuff. I'm married comedian. Thank you. Oh, stop it! What? Sorry, guys. I married another comedian / actor, so we're super rich. If anyone needs money, you let me know. Okay. I like being married. Being married's fun. Me and my husband have a lot of fun together. I will say, I don't know if you can tell by the shape of my body, but I'm Irish Catholic. Is that registered? If you don't know what that means, if you ever walked past a white woman and you're like, no way I could push her over, that's us. That's sort of like a sturdy bunch. The stereotypes about Irish Catholic people are we drink and we fight. And I'm going to be honest, those are my big two. Okay, those are my 2 favorite things. And my husband hates the fight, hates it. And I will admit, sometimes I get a little overzealous. Like my husband watches all of these classic rock documentaries. I don't know if there's any other white guys here tonight. Huh? Any white guys? Woo, don't woo, not in this climate. Okay. Every single one of these classic rock documentaries, they're horrible to women. I don't know if you've ever seen any. Every single one, they're like, chick got pregnant, so we left her at a truck stop. Rock and roll, baby. And it makes me so angry. And recently, I walk in our bedroom. He's watching this classic rock documentary. Huge performance scene. Full band, one single woman on stage. And she was holding this little little guitar. Okay, I can't. I know. This set me off. I was like, oh, the woman's gotta hold the little guitar. She got a little guitar with the little woman arms. Huh? She can't hold a big guitar like you big strong man. She got a little guitar. I'll never forget. He goes, honey, that's a violin. I go, oh, you're gonna mansplain me violins now. Unbelievable. You want to get quiet immediately. That's good. Okay. Before my husband and I got engaged, I used to call him my pre-fiance. Yeah, he hated it a lot. He really hated that. And I didn't mean to pressure him into marriage. At the moment I turned 30, the hair on the top of my head started thinning. Then it started coming in thick on my chin. And I was like, I gotta trap this guy before I look like Fred Durst, you know, so... Funny enough, Limp Bizkit, classic rock now, huh? Really cool stuff. I also wanted to get married. I'm 35 years old now. What? We gave her a microphone? Get out of here. I'm 35 years old now, and I do want children eventually, and I've got like 30 minutes. I do want shit. It's like every time I walk past a kid on the street, I'm like, my body is like, give me that baby, you know? But then my personality is like, I'll party. And it's like, that's a fine line, you know? I just don't know how you know when you're ready to be a mom, you know? I was an accident. What a gift to the world I am, you know? Look at me up here, you know? I do know this is true. I live in New York City, and I was standing at Penn Station one time, and I swear to God, over the loudspeaker, this woman goes, if you were just in the office, you left your kids. And I was like, I could be a mother. Yeah. Don't forget they're alive. That's big. And also, I think that's a backup plan. Get them out of there. When my nieces were born, I was in my mid-20s. They think I'm the coolest aunt ever. I'm such a cool aunt. And now all my friends have kids, and I am in my mid-30s, and I've just immediately become a creepy uncle. I'm like, come here, sit in my lap, please. You're so pretty. You love me? You're growing up so fast. Give me a kiss.
I was so desperate for work a little bit ago that I was like willing to do any job. So I applied to be a cater waiter because I think a job seems more fun if it rhymes. That pretty much did it. And I found the job on Craigslist. So the entire application process was done via text message. And the lady was like, could you text me any of your relevant work experience? And could you also text me a photo of yourself? Because I guess you need a cater waiter to be like at least a 6 or something. I don't know. So I did, and she responded, all right, we'll call you tomorrow to hammer out the details. And then she texted me a photo of herself. And I do think it would have been fun if I'd responded, you know what, actually, I don't want the job. I don't want the job. I don't want it. Thanks, one guy in the back. Okay, I've been thinking about this thing that happened. Maybe you guys can help me. When I was in middle school, okay, I was walking on campus, and I was walking towards a door, and I was reaching out to pull open the door. But as I was reaching out, a girl inside the building pulled the door open first, but my arm was already going up in the air. So what ended up happening was I just put all of my fingers in her mouth. Just like right in there. And I think about her like once a month. Do you guys think she thinks about me ever? I'll confess a couple other things. I made the mistake of hooking up, having sex with one of my ex-boyfriends a little bit ago. Which would have been bad enough, but he had recently decided to bleach his hair and his eyebrows. Have any of you guys ever been having sex with someone and the entire time they look surprised? Is that... I was also surprised. It also might be surprising to find out that I'm straight. I know that everything about me suggests some sort of gray area. But I'm not gay, not bi. I tried, it didn't take. Because I think when you grow up with a female friend named September, like by law, you have to experiment with her sexually, so. That's how I figured that one out. Me and September, we grew up actually not far from here in this, it's part of LA County. It's a place called Chatsworth, California. Yeah, one person just went, oh, yeah. Which makes sense. It's the porn capital of the world, so you just told us a lot about you, miss. It is the porn capital of the world. It was featured pretty prominently in the most recent Tarantino movie. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's this part where Brad Pitt, he goes to this creepy ranch where a bunch of young girls are this old blind guy. And honestly, it was just nice to see my community represented in the media. It was cool. Oh, you
The thing my country family is most proud about me for is not selling out theaters. I see you. It's a rat. My demo. Don't get the ceiling in this shot. No, I'm very rich. I'm very successful. This is actually just a fundraiser so that this 2,000-seat theater can finish their roof. It's because I get to go across the country and open up for David Spade as his body double. We booked a private gig. So he got for himself and all his openers, he got us a private jet. And I was so excited because I've flown fourth class my whole life. I'm like, oh, I've never ridden on one. So I get on this private jet. I have to take a private tinkle. And I don't know if you guys have been on, no, you haven't. You're here. Anyways, okay. But I can't find the bathroom because there's no sign. So all of a sudden, the pilot comes out and he kind of scoffs at me. You know, like the valet scoffs at you when you show him how you get in through your trunk. And then he points to this velvet bench that I was sitting on. And he lifts it up and he goes, "We hide the toilet seat underneath." And it blew my mind. I was like, what? That's some rich people Hunger Games shit right there. I was like, my people, we don't have the toilet. We come from a land called Coach. And we have signs because we eat solids. And I started spiraling. I'm like, we even play games with our potties, okay? So I'm from a land called Louisville, Kentucky, where they have the Kentucky Derby. Has anyone ever heard of it before? Okay, low red. Okay, front row. Okay, so what it is, if you don't know, it's this fancy event where wealthy people, they watch these animals run around in circles, you know, and after every race, you can see some of them freaking out, because they just lost their son's college fund on an animal named Buckle Up Buttercup. But at the Derby, they don't let us hillbillies in the stand. They corral us in the infield, right? So we're there watching the horses race, and we get FOMO. We're like, oh, I want to do that. Hold my moonshine. And so we have ourselves something called porta potty racing, okay? Do y'all know what porta potties are? I want to make sure. Okay. You never know. My tickets are expensive, so, you know. Okay, so what porta potty racing is, if you don't know, porta potties, they're, I just remember the first time I saw a porta potty, I didn't know what it was. I just saw people like lined up and they were so excited to get inside, you know? They were like, oh my, hurry up! And I was like, oh my, what is in there? I grew up very Catholic, so I thought they were little confessionals. Because people they looked so worried before they got in, you know, and then they got out, they were so relieved. So okay, so porta potty racing, what you do is you find a line of these guys, okay? That's a God-made landmark. You can read about it in Genesis. And and you go up to the first one in the line, and you ask a man to help you up to the very tip top of it. And he always does, because you have a sundress on. And then, oh, he looks just like you. I knew, okay. Now I clocked you. Okay, and then the name of the game is to try and run across the top of the porta potties without falling in. It's like the floor is lava, but worse. Because it's human lava. Do you get it? Listen, if you fall in, you're gonna wish it was real lava, all right? You would just die, but you don't. And then you just have to remember it at Catholic Mass the next morning. Now, if you get pretty far and you haven't fallen in yet, then there's dudes on the ground that are gonna get excited, you know, because now you're their redneck ninja warrior. They're like, oh my God, she's really doing it. And they can't help themselves. They get so excited, they'll throw full beer bottles at your head, because that's how their dad showed them they were proud. And then if you dodge all the bottles full of love and you make it to the very end, then you get to get arrested. And then you get to go to jail. And you get to talk to your dad again. Anyways, I said all that to the pilot. And he was like, you belong on Frontier.
Everybody remembers their first job as a kid, man. You know, maybe you sold Girl Scout cookies, maybe you mowed lawns, you babysat, whatever. I was about 12 years old when I got my first job. I was the account manager for my granny's Marlboro Miles. Okay, real ones, no. Okay, yeah. So for everybody that was either too young to remember, or maybe you just had a great childhood, let me set it up for you guys, okay? Marlboro used to have this program where if you smoked a ton of their cigarettes, they'd send you free shit. That's right, free stuff for doing the thing you loved most, man. The world really was a better place. And they used a point system, okay? It was 5 points per pack of cigarettes. And all you had to do was save up a whole bunch of points, pick what you wanted from the Marlboro catalog, okay? Send in your points, and they would mail you your item in the longest 6 to 8 weeks of your life. Marlboro sunglasses, Marlboro jackets, Marlboro coolers, Marlboro tents, Marlboro dartboards. I mean, they had it all, man, okay? And every item they had the Marlboro logo plastered across it. Because this was really all about marketing, okay? Because before this, the only way to advertise that you smoke Marlboros is if you walked around with an oxygen tank. And every item they had probably cost them $2 to make, you know, if that. And it was made by a 6-year-old Vietnamese kid who was definitely also smoking Marlboro Reds. Man, when they dropped this program, my granny upped it from 2 packs a day to 4. She quit becoming an addict and became an investor. And she had her eyes set on the biggest prize in that catalog, the Marlboro bicycle. Because nothing screams a healthy lifestyle like chain smoking while riding a bike. And y'all, the bicycle was 16,000 points. Now let's do a little math here, okay? That equals 3,200 packs of cigarettes. And let's say in the late 90s, early 2000s, I'm just lowballing here. Let's say a pack of cigarettes was $2. That equals $6,400 in cash. You could buy a Chevy S10 for $6,400 in 1998. That's trailer trash math, okay? And to you or me, that doesn't make sense. But to my granny, that's a free bike. Oh my God, you guys. It was wild. Y'all, our monthly cigarette budget was more than the grocery budget. One month, it was either cigarettes or toilet paper. And guess who had to wipe their ass with coffee filters? Me. She took it serious, man. She did, y'all. One time my uncle got drunk and tripped over my grandma's little chihuahua, went airborne, okay? Dropped a whole bowl of Wolf brand chili onto the coffee table. Ruined a fat stack of Marlboro Miles I just counted out. Y'all, my grandma lost her shit. I swear to God, I saw it in slow motion, you guys. She jumped up, she chokeslammed my uncle through the screen door into the backyard. It was wild, man. She went from 0 to full-blown Undertaker in 0.3 seconds.
My husband and I met at the University of Tennessee while he was stalking me. He was so in love with me. And tell me, you said, what'd you say your name was? Because I'm in brain fog. Nick, let me tell you something. I was cute, Nick. I was so cute. I was thin, and I had eyebrows. And my husband was so tickled with me that he bought me presents for no reason, no special occasion. I guess you boys know what he was after. He got it. So now, and that was sinful. It was the 80s. So I had a bunch of kids by him and married him, had a bunch of kids, and then now, Lord, we've been married, it'll be 28 years in April. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. I truly believe that he would not pull me out of a burning vehicle. I've had a big week. I've been in Portland, Oregon this week. Yeah, and they're so weird. And the little guy that introduced me did not identify as human. And so he had to introduce me as a wife and mother, and that was hard. But anyway, I've been in Portland, and then I was in Tampa last night. I know, and they were darling. And then I go to Orlando tomorrow night, and then I go home. But anyway, I hope that I can remember what I'm saying, because I've been going and working a lot, and I am in full menopause. I do a podcast called Sweaty and Pissed. Thank you. My nurse practitioner, I do it with her, and she's brilliant. So she talks about the medical part, and I talk about pinto beans. But anyway, she just did my annual, and I'm 54 years old, and she said, Leanne, you got to take that IUD out. It's time. You're old and crusty, and you don't need it anymore. And it hurt my feelings, because I always thought I'd be able to have children as long as I lived, which was crazy, because I'm 54, I'd leave a baby at Target by accident. But anyway, she put on a big headlamp, went in and got it, and then let me borrow it later for a hike. But let me tell y'all, my husband never had a vasectomy, and he said, I'm not going to get one, Leanne, because what if something happens to you? I know, and I need to marry a young woman, and she wants children. And I said, bless her heart. I'll pray for her. Please don't put a tight budget on her like you have me. Okay. My husband and I are empty nesters. These children walked off and left me with their daddy, and he is so not fun. Because he's got to make a living. He's got to make a living, and all that money going out. Everybody's getting their eyebrows waxed and stuff like that. So, and you know, kids walk out of a room, they don't turn the lights out when they leave, and that makes a man a butthole. But it's just me and him. And we've got 2 beagles that we are in love with, and we just sit and kiss them in the mouth. And because we miss these kids so bad. And we let them sleep in the bed with us, these dogs. And they're nasty. He looks smart. Do you do math? I know it, honey. I get it. I dig it. Okay, so I didn't mean to get off on that tangent. Okay, so we get in the bed. We've got 2 beagles. The oldest one is from Ogden, Utah. My husband got him on a business trip and flew out there on a company plane, and the plane needed to be worked on, and so he went to a parking lot and called me and said, there's a man in a parking lot with a box full of beagles. Puppies, and I want one of them. And I said, this isn't a good time for me. And he said, it'll be fine, and hung up the phone. But that beagle has been yummy, and he's now 12 years old. He's a little old man, white in the face. I know he's yummy, and my husband worships him. So we get in the bed, and my husband pulls him up to him and spoons him in the bed. And that old beagle looks at me like, I don't want him. I want you. And I say, hold on. And when my husband drifts off to sleep, then that old beagle scooches over and gets in the crook of my legs. All right, and he's a hot, hairy beagle. I'm in full menopause. So menopause, for y'all that are not haven't gone through it yet, you feel like you're being microwaved from within. And it comes out the top of your head. And it's really bad at night. It's covers off, covers on, covers off, covers on. It makes you bitter. Okay, so anyway, he scooches over and gets in the crook of my leg. So I end up on a king-size bed, about this much room. Then the little beagle, who's a pocket beagle named Gigi, who is yummy, she gets in the bed, turns around several times, backs her little butthole up against my face. And I don't care because I love her. And I just want to sleep, and it's not going to happen. Because when you're in menopause, you don't sleep. And I don't want to get hooked on dope. So I take melatonin, passion flower, GABA, L-theanine, valerian root, and pray to the dear Lord that I can fall asleep. And just when I get in a deep REM, my husband, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't know what happens, but he jostles awake, reaches over, and grabs one of my breasts. And it puts me into a blind rage. And I know you boys need that. And that's the way God made y'all. And when I get to heaven, I'm going to ask him about it. That's how y'all show love. But I say to my husband, I know you want to do it, and I'll do it. I'll do it. But can we do it before 10 o'clock? When I know my name, and I know your name. But I waller in the bed all night. I waller. Do y'all know anybody from Tennessee? Do I need an interpreter? Oh, okay. We say words like waller. We waller dogs and waller babies, and I'm wallering in the bed all night. And then I get up the next morning, and I think, oh, I'm going to clean out a closet. I hadn't slept one bit. This Fitbit says to me, you hadn't slept, girl. Okay, so I go to clean out a closet, and I end up in the driveway, and I don't even know how I got there. Let me tell you boys up here in Naples, y'all, I saw these fancy cars out here. My husband is very, very tight with money. Let me tell y'all that I'm driving a 2009 white Honda Pilot that's got 235,000 miles on it. Last year, lights started coming on saying, get out, Leanne. My husband drives a Tahoe and the T and A is gone. He is very tight and has been saving for our retirement since he was 26 years old. I know. I hope I can live to enjoy it. But he doesn't like to spend money. So anyway, I'm looking. I need to get a new car, and I've been looking out here in this parking lot. If God forbid something happened to him, I'd go on Weight Watchers and come down here. And even though, Lord, me and my best friend, we've talked about it because I'm 54, she's 55, and we've talked about, Lord, what if we had to get a man? What if we had to get out here and date? I mean, it would cost me $1,000 just for the grooming. I've got something wrong with this toe. Toenail. I need to be on Lamisil. It's thick. Oh, if I had to get out here. She loves her husband, but she said, oh, well, if I had to, I guess I could show somebody my left breast. She said, it looks okay. Oh, y'all, all right, let me tell y'all that I've got 3 children I'm in love with, and I wanted more. And I told their daddy I want a 4th baby, and he said, y'all are sucking the financial life out of me. So he bought me a dachshund. We were living down in Texas, and she was a doll baby, and she lived to be a little old woman, and she had thyroid issues, and so did I. And so we had to get on thyroid medication at the same time, and we both gained a lot of weight. And I was walking her in our neighborhood, and a little girl came out and said, can I pet your groundhog? But anyway, all right. The 3 children I did get to have been a blessing, and I'm in love with them. I've got a boy and 2 girls. And my boy has been so much easier to raise. Who do you think's easier to raise, boys or girls? Just yell it out. Boys. Every once in a while, there'll be a frail little woman yell out, girl. But I think she's being threatened. No, I love my girls. And I know that when I'm in the nursing home, they'll be the ones to come and pluck my chin hairs. But my boy has been so easy. And I got to tell y'all, I think firstborn, they are, they want to please you and that kind of thing. But he was born an old man. Have you known anybody that was born an old soul? He was born an 80-year-old man. He has had a garden since he was in 6th grade. He cans his own food. I know. Yummy. I know. Woodworks. Makes his own spoons. I know. He wanted to learn how to play the banjo and the mountain dulcimer and the mandolin when he was in middle school with khaki breeches on. Okay, that angel from heaven. So we call him our little Billy Graham. He's been very spiritually mature. I did not do it. My husband didn't do it. We're full of sin. So but we've been washing the blood. But anyway, so my boy has loved gospel bluegrass. His favorite artist is Dr. Ralph Stanley. Little Dr. Ralph Stanley's no longer with us, but he lived to be in his 90s, and he was the godfather of Mountain Soul. And he came to Knoxville, to the Bijou Theater, and I took my boy, he was about 15, and little Dr. Ralph, they propped him up on stage. Had a little cowboy hat propped up on his head. Almost threw my panties at him. Because that's what you do at Tom Jones. But anyway, I was sitting there listening to Dr. Ralph sing a song about a robin laid an egg on Daddy's grave. And I thought, how many teenagers are listening to this? What are teenagers listening to? Walk a Flock of Flame? I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I had to yell at my boy, turn that bluegrass down. If I hear I Saw the Light one more time.
Yeah, I've got to be a better person for my children. I can't let them see who I really am. Look away, children. Don't look at Mama in the eye. Look away.
The only way I know how to parent my children is to lie to them. We all lie to our children. Every parent lies to our children, particularly when they're young. There's three fundamental lies that we say to our kids, yeah? Number one, Father Christmas. Apparently he's a thing. Yeah, we've all agreed that, not just in this country, it seems to be international. We've all agreed that Father Christmas is a thing. I say to my kids, now listen, don't you talk to strangers, especially any strange men, right? But Christmas night, some big fat fella will be popping into your bedroom to drop off some presents, okay? I know it's a mixed message, but don't worry about it. Number two, the Tooth Fairy. My kids are not freaked out by this at all. They have accepted this. We have told them that some tiny little... What is it? Some tiny little thing is going to be buzzing around at night. It's going to nick their teeth and leave some money under the pillow, and they're like, Mama, I can't wait. Surely that's the stuff of nightmares, isn't it? Can you imagine going to sleep at night knowing that was going to happen? You wouldn't be able to sleep, you'd be like that. Where is it? Is it? Number three, the biggest lie of all that we say to our children, and that is, everything's gonna be all right. We have to say that. We have to say that to our kids for when we are confronted by questions from our children. Questions, right? Questions like this. Mama, I've got a question for you, Mama. Mama, whatever the fuck it is, could you just get on with it, mate? Because this is really painful, okay? So just let me know what it is, okay? Mama, does global warming mean that we're all gonna die? Oh my goodness, oh my darling boy. Okay, now listen. Two things, okay? First, what are we going to do about that speech impediment? We'll circle back to that. And second, now listen. Of course it doesn't mean that we're all going to die. Okay, darling? It doesn't mean that. All it means is that the planet's got a bad tum-tum. The planet not feeling very well. But if we all do our bit, you know what? We can make the planet feel better. Oh, Mama, I want to make the planet feel better, so I'm going to take my paper straw and I'm going to put it in the recycling. Oh, darling. You do that. You do that. Because it's gonna make all difference. Because the planet's on fire. Okay? You can't say that to your kids. You gotta offer them some hope, some optimism, even though you know in 20 years' time they're gonna get sunburnt in January holidaying in Dundee. You can't say that to them.
I am sort of into politics a little bit, a touch. Whatever politics you guys like in the audience, same. Absolutely, exactly the same what you guys like. And I think this, it's an election year that's tough. I think everybody's a little stressed about it, having to vote. I actually turned 35 years old this year. So you have to be 35 to run for president, so guess who's running? It's me. I'm running. Anyone want to be my vice president? Nobody, great. Come on, Secretary of State. Anybody? I think I would do a better job than Biden. I haven't fallen down in like 6 months, so it's pretty good. I also, because I just turned 35, my campaign slogan can be barely legal. Oh, barely old enough to be the president. It's just super hot. Also, with the election and everything happening, the one thing I can't get down with, I can't hear anyone make fun of the way Trump looks anymore. I'm so sick of it. And also, I realized a little too recently, when people make fun of the way Trump looks, it sounds like they're making fun of the way I look. That's tough. They're like, oh, his bad spray tan and his wispy hair and his little hands. I'm like, ah! Who are you talking about?
Someone else told me I should date older. You ever get that advice? They're like, you gotta go older, all right? Older guys are more mature, more likely to want to settle down. And yeah, they're not more mature. That's a lie. They're just tired, That's it. Yeah, they're just at the perfect age where they just want to sit down, Like, you just get a lazy boy in your apartment, you could trap one pretty easily. You just need one of those in Paramount Plus, I think. I heard they like Yellowstone. They love Kevin Costner. That's their guy. That's their favorite. I will say this, though. I don't mind dating older, because I do think there are perks, okay? Like, you don't have to worry about them cheating on you, right? Because you could just read their phone from across the room. So, good luck. You could try, but I'll read that before you hit send. So... And I like, personally, that they're more old school, okay? Because, I don't know if you know this, I'm a monogamous person, and turns out that's not cool anymore. Have you heard this term, ethically non-monogamous? You guys familiar with that? Clap if you heard that. A few people? Are those the single people in the room? Probably. Yeah, if you haven't heard this term, it's not really anything new. It's just a rebrand of being polyamorous, or European, I think. Something like that. That's the scale of it. And I have a lot of friends, they've been in closed relationships for years, okay? And now they're opening it up to other people, which, hey, if that's what you want to do it, okay? If that's what makes you happy, I'm happy for you, truly. But I am tired of hearing about it. Because I don't think my friends realize they're just bragging to me. Because this is the pitch they give me every time. They're always like, Erica, monogamy just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, okay? First of all, it's not natural, all right? Haven't you ever just been in love with two people at the same time? Yeah, and neither of them liked me. So, thank you for the reminder, yeah. There's two parts to the equation. I'm glad you guys don't think I'm judging them, by the way, because I don't. There's been times I've thought about it. I'm like, maybe they know something I don't, Maybe the key to having an amazing partner is you just get 3 of them instead. You got to diversify the portfolio, or whatever they say, But mainly, I honestly think it might just be a millennial thing, where we're all looking around like, all right, well, between the 4 of us, we could afford a house. If we all chip in, I think we could do it, And one guy keeps being like, I mean, hear me out. If we added in another woman, we could probably get granite countertops. I'd be like, screw it, I'm in. Add her in. I'll figure that out for granite. I will. Can add one more to the team. That being said, though, I think I'm one of the few millennials that isn't like worried about buying property. You know, all my friends talk about that all the time. They're like, am I ever gonna afford a house? And here's the thing, I have been promoted at every job I've ever had. So I was like, I'm gonna get a house. But I've never been promoted to girlfriend. So I'm like, I'll own that house, but I don't know how you get someone to live in it with you forever. That seems impossible to me, you know? And think about it, there's like a clear step process to buying a house, right? We've mapped it out for you. There's no clear step process to like finding your person, you know? You want a house, first of all, start saving some money, okay? You save up your money, you go to the bank, you get approved for a mortgage, and that gives you your price range. So then you go shopping in your price range, and when you finally find a house and you win the bid, you ask your parents for the rest of the down payment. It's not hard. You guys should stop complaining. It's not that difficult.